Good morning, YouTube. Real Babes is doing yoga. And then we're going to pick up that Highlander. Luna is doing sleeping dog. Real Babes is doing contorted dog yoga pose. And Choco is licking the window like a turd ball dog. Choco, you don't need constant attention. You don't need to be right between my legs anytime I try to send an email. Yes. Real Babes is watering the plant that we've neglected for weeks and weeks, maybe even months, because we thought it was dead.
Drink my protein.
When are we going to pick up the Highlander?
I don't know. I guess I need to call the seller and figure out what our next step is.
Give you all a little update on some of our plants. This stuff, which is like a ground covering, has migrated to pretty much all the plants here. You can see we got a bunch of volunteer tomatoes coming up still. I don't know what this is. It looks like a weed. I'm going to get rid of it. But our avocado's doing good. Our mango's doing good. Oh, I got to do some weeding, then I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, these volunteer tomatoes are dead. That's a dragon fruit that we are sending to a friend, but it fell in some wind and broke, so I'm letting it heal first. There's our neighbor. And we are going to, I'm going to split this one right there. I'm sending her a bunch of dragon fruit. And then we got all these volunteer cherry tomatoes coming in, and I think I'm gonna snip some, thin them out so they'll actually produce tomatoes, and I think I'm just gonna leave them in there, y'all. Yeah, since these are volunteers from fallen tomatoes, you can see how many of them there are, and I'm gonna start thinning those. I just wanted to video before I started snipping. It also looks like we have some type of palm coming up. And that's everything that I went ahead and thinned out. Real Baby's made some dog rice. And now she's got another Amazon freaky project.
I'm not getting enough greens in my diet here, so I really have been enjoying microgreens. So I got stuff to make microgreens so that I can get greens daily easily. So.
Okay.
I figured, so I bought this thing here, and when I first got it, this came cracked, so I had to get like a replacement part, and now I'm just learning how to use it. I bought some alfalfa sprouting seeds because they make really good salads and are healthy for you, and this is some other type of edible, you know, thing. So.
We are still waiting on paperwork from Sesco, which is like the DMV, and we can go pick up the Highlander today, but we'd rather do it all in one trip. So we're gonna wait until the paperwork's complete. I'm not sure how super exciting today is gonna get, but I'm gonna start off with some chicken salad And then I'm gonna start sprouting a bunch of Real Babes sprouts, I guess. I didn't really video any of that. Chicken salad is done. We're gonna let that sit in the fridge for a little bit. I'm gonna force Real Babes to try some. You do like it? Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm gonna steal a bite too before I put it away. The big box that was supposed to be Real Babes sprouting kit turned out just to be a bunch of mason jars, a case of them. Now, not to fret, I'm gonna show y'all how to sprout seeds from scratch. You don't have to buy the kit, any of that stuff. Real Babes wasn't really familiar with sprouts. I used to grow them a while back, and we never have. So this is gonna be a quick little tutorial on how to grow them. Now, she did order 3 different types of seeds. Alfalfa, I think this is a mixture, and that is mung bean. Now, the first thing you're gonna do is take your jars and you're gonna wanna rinse them out. We're gonna start off with the mung beans because that's what's closest to me. And I'm going to pour some into this jar. I hope picking up on video. That's probably more than I need. That is definitely more than I need, but we're gonna go with it. Now we're gonna rinse the beans. Beans are rinsed, and now we're gonna fill it up because we're gonna soak them. This was a mixture. I was right on that. That's the alfalfa, that's the mung bean. We're gonna let those sit and soak for a little bit, and I'm gonna clean this stuff up. We're gonna go ahead and start with the mung beans. I wish this was showing up. There is a little bit of water in there, but not much. Basically enough just to keep everything moist. This is the super easy part. We have the jar, it's filled. There's a coffee filter. Here's the ring, and we're using just the ring. Just throwing it on. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the first one right there. Something else I wanted to point out on these particular jars. These are the wide mouth jars. And that's actually what you don't want. You want the small mouth, the ones that like neck down. That way you can lay the jar on the side and if there's any excess water, it doesn't dribble out the front. These ones, when you lay them on the side, the water comes out. Because these are the wide mouth jars, I'm going to use this cutting board to elevate them a little. And we're gonna let those sit and check on them tomorrow. We'll probably see some activity tomorrow, actually. Keeps thundering around, and we're supposed to get some rain. You can see it's dumping over there. And I'm not real sure it's gonna make it all the way this way. We're hoping it does. Well, I'm feeling a little right now. Maybe we will get it. I hope we do.
Feels some pain.
Okay, now hold still. I'm gonna do what I can. No, I'm gonna document this.
Oh my God.
Okay, now y'all remember Real Babes was doing yoga this morning.
It is because my back is all messed up.
Okay, but now you can't move.
I was working on the computer. I started getting pain on the other. I've had pain on the left side it's been building up for months, and now I can't turn my head to the right.
Oh.
I need you to like do something about under my shoulder blade on the right.
Here, let me put the camera down.
Now you're gonna get back where your thumb was. Ah, right there, right there. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Does that work? The rain never made it all the way this way. So it looks like I'll probably be watering tonight. I'm glad you doggies have lots of energy. I'm thinking about getting another coffee. Neighbor dog and little buddy have come back. Where have you guys been? Have you been iguana hunting? Oh, neighbor dog says, hey, let me in the gate. It's almost dinner time. Don't bark, little buddy. Wiggles, we know you're a jealous little dog. Don't do it. This avocado tree has not produced any avocados yet this season, but I wanted to show you all the blooms on the Dame de Noche, Lady of the Night. And tonight I'll come back out with a flash or a light source, and they should be completely opened up. At least I hope. They're doing really, really well where we planted them. Oh, and here's some younger ones. I think that's going to open up tonight and bloom. I hope so. We're going to find out. And y'all can see up there on the biggest plantain tree, we're starting to get some plantains. Real Babes, I know y'all can't see me. Here we go. Real Babes ran down the street to visit with a friend at her house, and I am messing with this bulk packaged, like, dried vegetable soup or vegetable stew. It's potatoes, carrots, all kinds of stuff. And you use this just to form the base. It smells really good. I'm about to see if it's hydrated enough or if I need to continue cooking it. This is the can. I got it off Amazon. You can see I've got some sitting on the spoon to cool down so I can give it a shot. And I've mixed it into other soups and stuff we've been cooking, but I haven't tried it on its own yet. It's good. It's really good as a base. Pretty similar to the dried ramen vegetables I've been using, but this has more actual potato in it, like a russet potato. I am supposed to be taking a shower, but I'm still playing with these vegetables, and I've decided to stop this project, store it, and I'm gonna use some of it. I'm gonna do a corn chowder, and then I'm gonna let that simmer as I shower. So I'm gonna get moving on this corn chowder, and I'm gonna show you all how I do it. I'm gonna start off making a roux. So I've got a little bit of butter in there melting, and I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. Oop, that's way too much flour. And now I'm gonna whisk it together. Here is my roux, and I actually just took a little bit out because that's more than enough. Bring the heat up a little bit, add a little bit of milk, whisk that in. I added a little bit more milk. We're bringing up the heat, and you can see how thick it's getting. And now I'm gonna add a full can of corn that I drained, and I'm gonna save the corn juice. Got the corn mixed in, and it looks a little thick, but as it heats up, you gotta remember the corn was cold. This is gonna get real thick. So I'm gonna add some more milk. Good bit, there we go. And stir it up. I just added a bunch of those veggies and that stew mix and the corn juice. I'm gonna stir that up and bring it up to temp. I'm pretty happy with it. It is gonna thicken up. Now it definitely needs some seasoning because it is realistically pretty bland. First thing I'm gonna do is some fresh ground pepper. I'm even gonna add a little bit of sugar because I like my corn chowder sweet. I added a little bit of salt, not too much, just a tiny little bit because I'm gonna add some chicken bouillon, and the chicken bouillon is pretty salty. I gave it a final taste, added more sugar. I definitely wanted it a little sweeter, and a little bit more black pepper. And now I'm gonna bring the temp up, get it to a boil, but not a rolling boil. And then I'm gonna cover it, kill it, and let it simmer. You can see it starting to boil. That's just about where we want it. I'm gonna keep stirring it, give it a few more minutes. We don't want it to get too hot and separate. Okay. Go ahead and turn that down. Okay, time to cover that up and let it simmer. But wait, there's more, YouTube. I might get fancy and top mine with some smoked oysters and some bacon bits. Ooh, or not even bacon bits, but like crumbled bacon, like real bacon. I took care of a couple things before I hit the shower. I came back and checked on this, and it's really thick. So I went ahead and I turned the heat off altogether. Ooh, that corn chowder is still super hot, as in temperature, not spice. So I'm gonna let it cool a little bit more, and I'm gonna feed the dogs. Nothing too exciting tonight, Luna. Y'all are getting chicken and rice, which is actually pretty exciting. You do like that. Choco, try to stay. You have, back up. You licked the camera. You have no restraint. You're such a turd. Okay, Kaza. And Luna and Wiggles, here we go right here, guys. Luna's chowing, Wiggles is chowing, Kaza's chowing, and Choco is done. She's the greediest. Well, Kaza's the greediest. Choco, you definitely eat the fastest. Kaza was gonna try to growl at you with food in her mouth. I haven't eaten any of the corn chowder yet. I've tasted it a bunch, and it's really good. I'm not super hungry right now, and I'm gonna wait, and I'm pretty sure Real Babes is gonna be hungry when she gets home, and I'd like to eat with her. So I'm just gonna bring up the temp a little bit, turn it off, and try to keep it nice and warm. And if I keep it on low, that's too hot. So I'm basically just turning it on, heating it up, covering it. I'm trying to maintain a nice, good temp. I also moved the sprouts and put them in there because they're actually supposed to be kept in a dark spot. I've always put them on the windowsill. I've always had good luck with it. But I did a little research after I started starting the sprouts, and it says to keep them in a dark area. So I'm gonna put them in a dark area, see if it does any better. And now I'm gonna grab a flashlight, and we're gonna go see if that Dame de Noche is blooming. And that translates to basically Lady of the Night. We got my handy dandy headlamp on, and we're gonna do some investigating. Not a whole lot more is going on with it. It looks like it's opening up a little bit more. We'll come back and check on it a little bit later on. You know? The orchids are doing really, really good. And the bromeliads. I wish we could get some avocados in. There's another one of the highly invasive cane toads. At least the dogs know not to mess with them because they are poisonous. And they get scared. You can see the big, oh, slow down, bud. Don't get interested in that. They have the big glands behind their like eyes, ears. Here, let me turn this headlamp off. In those glands, it's a toxin, and it comes out, it's white, creamy, sort of looks like milk, and it is deadly to dogs. And luckily, our dogs don't mess with them. Choco, Kaz is going to end up biting you. Yes, yes. And then you're going to be all butthurt. Kaza wants you to leave her alone. Okay, I text Real Babes and she is hungry. Asked her what her ETA was, didn't hear back. So I am gonna hold off on eating till she gets here. I think Real Babes is home. Hey, baby. Hey. You guys need to calm down. They are still getting it figured out. Neighbor dog, I know, you're all happy. Everyone already ate. You came home, but you didn't stick around. Yeah, so what are we gonna do? Are we gonna feed you again? Choco's like, I'll eat again. Hey. Everyone's been fed except Thunder. I didn't do anything with him.
Okay.
And neighbor dog and little buddy.
Neighbor dog and little buddy what?
Choco, what are you doing? Not only did you come inside, but you laid down in the kitchen. Out of the kitchen, Choco. Out. Thank you. She's like, don't throw me out. Okay, it's not super hot, but here you go. It should be warm enough to get a taste. I'll heat it up if you like it.
You put your like little dried veggie things in it?
Mm-hmm.
What's so sweet in it?
I put a little bit of cane sugar in it.
I like it.
Okay.
It's good.
Cool. We got stuff for salad. We'll do salad and corn chowder. And I figure I'm going to top mine with smoked oysters.
I saw that out.
And bacon.
I was like, I don't want that. And then I saw it was still closed, and I was like, he didn't put that in there.
You can use just the bacon.
Okay.
I've got the corn chowder heated back up. Real Babes is going to start in on a salad. And I'm going to start draining those smoked oysters because I'm looking forward to it. I already started eating smoked oysters. I probably won't even have any left for my corn chowder. Is Kaza trying to eat their food? Okay, there's Real Babes salads. There's Real Babes super boring, just plain corn chowder. And here is my beautiful creation. Smoked oysters, crumbled bacon, and a little dollop of sour cream. I even made myself some bread and butter to go with it. And we're gonna watch a movie. All the doggy dogs are fed. And we're all fed. We really enjoyed that corn chowder. I'll have to make that again sometime. And that's it. We didn't get the Highlander, but we'll probably end up getting it tomorrow. So love y'all, good night, and we will see y'all in the morning.